गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। जय नित्यानंद विष्णुपाद सुंदर भक्ति प्रकाश। जय नित्यानंद विष्णुपाद आशुतोष श्री मान भक्ति सिद्धांत प्रभुपाद की जय। भारतीय गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। महाभागवत महाराज की जय। ठाकुर की जय। हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। वैष्णव वृंद की जय। जय श्री श्रीमती राधा रानी की जय। पूजा व्रतों की जय। पूजा व्रत पालन वाली भक्त वृंद की जय। हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। पतित पावन नित्यानंद प्रभु की जय। कार्तिक व्रतों की जय। पावन वाली भक्त वृंद की जय। श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण की जय। द्वितीय दिवस की जय। जय सुखदेव गोस्वामी पाद की जय। परीक्षित महाराज की जय। सुंदर गोस्वामी पाद की जय। सुनकादि ऋषि वर्ग की जय। गौर प्रेमानंद जय।
I forgot I do English, I don't do the Hindi, so I don't need to put it out.
परम पूज्य श्री रामचंद्र प्रभु के निकट में निवेदन करता हूँ, दो शब्दों के द्वारा आज कथा के प्रारंभ में कुछ आशीष वचन हमें प्रदान करें, जिससे भागवत की कथा हम आगे लेकर चले और शांति रूप में निर्विघ्न से हरि कथा हम श्रवण जय। जय परम पूज्य श्री रामचंद्र प्रभु की जय।
वंदे श्री गुरुन् वैष्णवं श्री रूपं साग्रजातं सगण रघुनाथं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजन सहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य श्री राधा कृष्ण पदा सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखा अज्ञाननिवृत्तस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्री नमो विष्णुपदाय राधिकाय प्रियात्मने श्रीमद् भक्तिवेदान्त नारायण गोस्वामी इति नामे श्री कृष्ण लीला कृष्णे सुदत्त हरे प्रणयश्चैतं वरं वरेण्यं पुरुषं महान्तं नारायणं त्वां शिरसा नमामि। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। बोलो हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। मैं सर्वप्रथम अपने परम आराध्य गुरुदेव नित्य लीला प्रविष्णु विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर श्रीमद् भक्ति वेदांत नारायण गोस्वामी महाराज जी के चरणों में अनंत कोटि दंडवत अर्पित करता हूँ। तत्पश्चात समस्त गुरु परंपरा के चरणों में मेरा हृदय से अनंत कोटि दंडवत प्रणाम। श्रीमद् भागवत सप्ताह के व्यास पूज्यपाद भक्ति वेदांत महाराज जी के चरणों में मेरा हृदय से दंडवत प्रणाम। जो आज उल्टी गंगा बहा रहे हैं, जिनसे मैं आशीष लेना चाहता हूँ, वो मेरे से आशीष वितरण की बात कह रहे हैं। मैं क्या बतला सकता हूँ आशीष वाली बात। समस्त वैष्णव वैष्णव, आप लोग मुझे आशीष दीजिए, मैं कुछ दो शब्द बोल सकूं। मैं इस समय श्रीमद् भागवत की गहराइयों में जाने की चेष्टा करता हूँ, तो देखता हूँ जितना जितना उसको समझने की कोशिश करो उतना अधूरा बन रहा है। एक एक श्लोक हमारे आचार्यों ने जो व्याख्या दी है, विश्वनाथ चक्रवर्ती महाराज जी ने, श्री जीव गोस्वामी महाराज जी ने, श्री सनातन गोस्वामी महाराज जी ने बड़ी ही अद्भुत अद्भुत व्याख्या की, बड़ी अद्भुत व्याख्या की। हम हिंदी भाषियों के पास तो सारी व्याख्याओं की टीका भी अवेलेबल नहीं है। बांग्ला में है, इंग्लिश में है, हिंदी में नहीं है टीका। जैसे एक उदाहरण देता हूं मैं आपको। पहले श्लोक,
Yesterday we were describing the first shloka, Satyam Param Dhimahi.
परम सत्य का हम ध्यान करते हैं।
We are meditating on that.
कौन ध्यान करता है? मैं नहीं ध्यान करता।
I am not meditating. Who is
तुम भी
meditating?
ध्यान नहीं करते।
You are not meditating.
एक वचन नहीं, द्विवचन नहीं।
Not plural. Not singular, sorry, plural. We are all meditating.
महाभारत में सत्य शब्द,
In the Mahabharata, Satya, the word Satya,
कृष्ण के नामों में एक नाम सत्य है।
and Krishna's one name is Satya.
तो कृष्ण ही सत्य का
Krishna is the embodiment of Satya, truth, personified. In the Bhagavat also,
भगवान कृष्ण के लिए सत्य शब्द कई बार
many times this word Satya has been used to describe Krishna. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur in his commentary.
ये कृष्ण का वैदग्ध है।
This is Krishna's uniqueness.
उनकी चतुराई है,
His cleverness, his natural beauty, his qualities. Vedagda.
कि जब वो बंसी बजाते हैं,
When he plays the flute,
श्री कृष्ण क्या करते हैं? बंसी बजाते हैं। तो
Then
तेजो वारी मृदाम,
Tejo Vari Mridam,
वारी मैंने पानी,
of earth, water and fire.
विनिमय, ये आपस में विनिमय कर जाते हैं।
They are exchanging amongst each other these elements.
कैसे कर जाते हैं?
How?
कृष्ण बंसी बजाते हैं,
By the flute.
वो पत्थर पिघल जाते हैं।
Where Krishna is playing the flute, the stone melts.
विनिमय,
And there's this exchange.
पत्थर क्या बन गए?
The stone becomes what? Water.
जब वो रास करते हैं,
When he performs ras,
और तो और यमुना जी के किनारे खड़े हो जाते हैं, यमुना जी बहना रोक देती हैं,
the Jamuna stops the flow
आलिंगन करने
and tries to embrace Krishna with its waves. It wants to embrace Krishna around the neck.
जो इस श्लोक में
In this shloka, Mangalacharan, we can see Tejo Vari Vidam Vinamay.
और कमाल है,
And amazing.
क्या कमाल है,
What is that amazing?
माया जगत त्रिसर्ग
This illusory potency, Maya, becomes like nectar.
कहते हैं
This is called
कृष्ण का मिलन,
Krishna's meeting or Krishna's separation.
अग्नि के समान होते हुए भी
Separation is like fire, but also simultaneously gives pleasure like nectar.
और इसी श्रीमद् भागवत में
In this Srimad Bhagavatam,
जिसमें श्री कृष्ण अपनी वैदग्ध्य दिखाते हैं,
where Krishna is showing his cleverness,
दिखाते हैं,
his speciality,
राधा जी के साथ खड़े
with Srimati, standing with Srimati Radhika
रास करते
and performing the ras.
हैं। उसका निरूपण जो
It's-
ग्रंथ करता है वो
That description is given in the Srimad Bhagavatam.
कौन सुन सकता है
Who can hear this?
इस ग्रंथ को सुन कौन सकता है?
Who can hear this?
बोलते हैं,
This
निर्मत्सराणां
recitation,
सतां।
this
दूसरे श्लोक
Nirmatsarana in the second
क्या
shloka.
कह रहे हैं? जिसके अंदर मत्सरता है,
In that person who there is no envy or jealousy.
तेरी कमी मेरी कमी से सफेद क्यों?
Why?
समझ आया?
तेरी
तेरी
इसमें
कमी
मेरी कमी
से ज्यादा
सफेद क्यों? Why are you lacking as much as I am lacking?
दूसरे की
Seeing
बढ़ोतरी देखकर,
and seeing somebody's
दूसरे की
greatness,
progress देखकर,
seeing somebody's progress, one becomes envious.
ये क्या
It's a
है?
Hindi proverb.
एक जगह बड़ा हास्यप्रद बात कह रहे थे, ये अंदर से काटता है पूरी तरह से।
And this thing, jealousy, cuts you from inside. The mosquito, he cuts you from outside. But this enviness, jealousy, cuts you from inside, bites you inside.
जलन की
This
प्रवृत्ति है,
that person who is experiencing this envy and jealousy cannot understand the Srimad Bhagavatam. One needs to be very simple, straightforward.
जिसके हृदय में सब में सीता थी, राम में राम और राम में लक्ष्मण। सीता राम लक्ष्मण रहते हैं वो सरल।
One whose heart is Sitaram Lakshman inside their heart, there is no envy in their heart, or Radhe Sham is in that person's heart, then they cannot have envy.
अब देखो इस भागवत का गुण क्या है?
The qualities of Bhagavad, what are they?
कैतव धर्म को सारा का सारा
Is rejected this cheating propensity,
कैतव मैंने कपट,
duplicity, hypocrisy.
धर्म की बात करता है कौन? श्रीमद् भागवत। इसका मतलब धर्म में कपटता भी है।
It talks of this in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Does that mean that it is duplicitous? No.
शास्त्रों में कहते हैं वही कपटता है, धर्म अर्थ काम।
Those things, elements, dharma, arth, kam, and moksha, this is the duplicity.
धर्म मैंने
Dharma meaning
सत्कर्म, जिससे स्वर्ग मिले।
even that activity which attains the heavenly planets.
भक्ति के कार्य या पूजा पाठ की जाए वो कैतव है, वो
That is cheating us. Dharma, arth, prosperity. If you want money, wealth, if you want sense gratification, and even above these three, even if you moksha, even this is cheating propensity. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, this is called Mukti Panth. In the Aarti, But in the Bhagavad shloka it's called Ketava. How can you do this arti if it's called? Okay. What does it mean? This should be Bhakti Pant, not Mukti Pant. Then there's some less reduction in duplicity. In this arti that we sing, the Bhagavad arti, it says Mukti Panthan. The Kaitav means this is contradictory. This Srimad Bhagavatam, it rejects this duplicity, this hypocrisy, this mukti. Those things that are for the body, this duplicity, those that which we want to renounce for our happiness is also duplicitous. That real thing, that is the Bhagavad Dharma. What is that? Vastu. Vastu meaning? That is Vastu, that is eternal truth, that is non-destructible. That's the real object, the Vastu. That is Krishna. What is the role? Qualities of Vastu, object, is this potency. What is that potency? Chit Shakti, that which has both Chit Shakti and Maya Shakti. This has been described when Krishna, he enters the heart and he doesn't come out. Krishna is like that. He doesn't come out. This is Vastav Vastu.
Vedyam Vastav Vastu Tatra Shivadam Tapatraya Unmolanam. ये शिवदम है.
Shivadam. This is Shivadam.
ये कल्याणकारी है.
This is for our liberation. I was remembering Gurudev when we used to offer obeisances to him and would go to him. He used to say, Kalyanam Astu, meaning may you have all good fortune. But what is that good fortune, that Kalyan? Family, wealth, that's not our real wealth. That thing that is hiding from us, that which is inherent in us, to love, to show affection, that which we are attracted by Krishna. This is the thing that is auspicious for us. Then the three modes of material nature, the Adi Devik, Adi Bhautik, Adi Atmik. And then when you leave your body, all these things will remain behind. It will leave, we will have to leave it behind and attain the eternal Srimad Bhagavatam, the eternal element. By listening to this Bhagavad, for what purpose are we listening? Even if we have this desire to remove this duplicity and our attachments to this material world, ask for these things while listening to Srimad Bhagavatam. If you put a nail, it comes out easily straight. But if you put a hook inside, like a hook and a fish, You'll never come out. You try, if the Lord enters your body, He will not want to leave like a hook. He will stay there. Like Bilwa Mangal Thakur, Krishna was taking him by the hands. When he left his hand and Krishna was going, you lift my hand, but show this proverb, this saying, show me how you will escape from my heart. He cannot come out of my heart. But our Guru Maharaj used to say, take one thing into consideration. This Vaishnava Ninda, Vaishnava criticism, let's stay away from that. If you honor Guru and Vaishnavas, then we can attain this thing. I've spoken a little bit too much. I ask for your forgiveness. We'll take shelter of Srila Maharaj, and to get our real blessing, can Vastu Jai. Hari Hari Ram. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
श्री गुरु चरण प्रताप पायो विपिन कुमार राधे विपुल गुण रस कन्हैये प्रकाश प्रेम स्वरूप प्रेम सरोवर छोड़ दो भटके तुझी की चाहत में यहाँ के कबराब अनेक थे क्यों बैठो करीब की छाया प्रेमी कहे प्रेम को पंथ यही राहुल सूझे मन तो है किशोर के पायन में मान दो विश्राम यही कैसे मान केवल बार बार गुरु वैष्णव को समझाते हैं, लेकिन मन इतना चंचल है, भगवान की कीर्तन है, राधा रानी की सेवा है, ये नहीं रहता। ये मन दीवाना है, इधर उधर भाग रहा है। आप लोग सब वैष्णव लोग बैठे हैं, ये मेरे अपने मन की बात है। ये मन मेरा कितना चंचल है,
आइए उस समय के लिए कीर्तन के माध्यम से ये दीवाने मन को राधा रानी के चरणों में लगाते हैं। जय जय श्री राम, जय जय श्री राम, जय जय श्री राम। जब कथा हम लोगों को घर में कराते थे तो भक्त लोग जो बच्चे भी होते थे, जब कथा महाराज जी बोलते थे तो बच्चे हरिनाम लेके बैठ जाते और महाराज जी कहते थे कि जब कोई श्रेष्ठ गुरु में अगर आपको कथा श्रवण कराएं तो वो कभी ही नाम हरिनाम करोगे, उस समय ध्यान से कथा नहीं करोगे। और जब कीर्तन का आनंद हो तब तन में होकर के कीर्तन का आनंद हो। वृंदावन की जय, श्री राम शिवाजी मन राधे राधे करियो शिवाजी मन राधे राधे शिवाजी मन राधे राधे करियो जय जय श्री राधे श्री राधे राधा नाम जगत में साचो राधा नाम जगत में साचो राधा नाम जगत में साचा अगर ये साचा है तो इधर हाथ ऊपर उठाइए भक्तों अगर ये साचा है तो हाथ ऊपर उठाइए जय राधे 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 जय 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 श्री राधे जय राधे 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 जय 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 श्री राधे जय राधे 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 जय 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 श्री राधे जय राधे 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 जय 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 श्री राधे जय राधे 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 जय 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 श्री राधे जय राधे 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 जय 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 श्री राधे जय राधे 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 जय 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 श्री राधे राधा नाम जगत में साचो राधा नाम जगत में साचो नाम की रंग रंग जय योगी राधे 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 करियो शिवाजी मन राधे राधे करियो शिवाजी मन राधे राधे जय जय श्री राधे वृंदावन धाम की जय राधा नाम के रस को पीके 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 मौसमी तरफ अनार तरफ गन्ना तरफ अन्य रस जो है वो हम श्री मन के पीते हैं लेकिन इस समय हम जो रस पी रहे हैं वो राधा नाम रूपी रस का प्याला पी रहे हैं और ये कानों के द्वारा पी रहे हैं जो भक्त बैठे हैं मैं निवेदन करूंगा दोनों हाथ से ताली बजा करके राधा रानी की सेवा करेंगे जय राधे 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 जय 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 श्री राधे जय राधे 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 जय 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 श्री राधे 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 जय 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 श्री राधे 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 जय 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 श्री राधे 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 जय 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 श्री राधे 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 जय 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 श्री राधे 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 जय 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 श्री राधे 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 जय 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 श्री राधे 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 जय 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 श्री राधे 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 जय 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 श्री राधे राधा नाम के रस को पीके 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 और जग जंजाल छोड़ा योगी वाले मन राधे राधे शिवाजी मन राधे राधे कहियो शिवाजी मन राधे राधे कहियो के भागवत महापुराण तथा द्वितीय दिवस होकर कहा अभी कुछ ही पल में श्रवण करेंगे। तो कोई ऐसा तो नहीं कि हम कल से यहाँ बैठे और मन हमारे घर में ही लगा हुआ है। अगर वृंदावन में लगा हुआ है तो ठीक है, क्योंकि तन से यहाँ और मन से वृंदावन तो ठीक है। और अगर घर में लगा हुआ है तो सब गैर हो जाएगा। मन को सत संग में रखने, मन को सत संग में रखने, मन को सत संग में रखने, मन को सत संग में रखने। संतन के संग रहियो दीवाने मन, राधे राधे कहियो, दीवाने मन राधे राधे कहियो, दीवाने मन राधे राधे, दीवाने मन राधे राधे कहियो। एक बार हाथ ऊपर उठा करके देखिए, मैं निवेदन कर दूं कि ये दोनों हाथ ऊपर उठाना भी हमारे व्यर्थ नहीं जाएगा। अगर हम भाव में डूब करके और कीर्तन में आनंद लेंगे, तन्मय होकर के, तो गुरु वैष्णव हम पे जब कृपा करते हैं तो ठाकुर जी हमको देखते हैं। इसलिए ये दोनों हाथ ऊपर उठाना भी हमारा व्यर्थ नहीं जाएगा। ये शरणागति का भाव है। जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे, जय
बिहारी लाल की जय। जय जय श्री राम।
Gurudev's personification of wealth, Raman Bihari, Radha Raman Bihari. And we are sitting in their presence. We are listening in this temple, Raman Bihari Gaudiya Math. Yesterday, we spoke about the glories of Kartik month, which the Harikatha Narayan spoke. We heard the glories of the Kartik month, the speciality of this month. We heard because the personification of this month is Srimati Radhika herself, Ujjeshwari. She is known as Ujjva, means Shakti, potency. There is no difference between the possessor of the potency and the potency itself. In the scriptures it is said there is no difference between Radha and Krishna. Radha Purna Shakti, and Krishna is the possessor of that Shakti, potency. We also heard in this month of Kartik, for if somebody listens to the Bhagavad for 7 days after their leaving the body, they attain directly the maid servant of Srimati Radhika, and in her intimate circle. The Lord gives us this blessing. There is no doubt in this. If one with firm faith listens in this occasion, I spoke yesterday, the glories of the Srimad Bhagavatam. The greatest sinners, Dundukari, he heard for 7 days the Srimad Bhagavatam. He became liberated and attained Vaikuntha Dham. What sadhana bhajan can we perform in Kali Yuga? Listening to Harikatha, by which everything can be attained. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, it is also described that which we are sitting here to listen, the Sukh Parikshit conversation. Shukadeva Goswami in the assembly of Parikshit Maharaj, he spoke this Bhagavad Katha. And by which Parikshit Maharaj attained directly at the abode of the Lord. And who does not want to listen to this katha? In the glories of the Bhagavad, even Brahma, he is astonished by Vyasadeva. He manifests 18 Puranas, 6 Tamasic Puran, 6 Rajasic Puran, and 6 Sattvic Puran. Mode of goodness, passion and ignorance. And this Sattvic Puran is Srimad Bhagavatam. He asked for one weighing scale On one side,
17 पुराण को रख दिया।
he put 17 of the Puranas on one side. On the other side, he put Srimad Bhagavatam. And amazingly, the weight of the Srimad Bhagavatam on one side, Brahmaji saw Srimad Bhagavatam scale was heavier. And the 17 Puranas became light and weightless in comparison to the Srimad Bhagavatam. Those who sit on the floor, they are called Zamindar. In Hindi, they are called landowners. The one who sits above on a platform is Chokidar. Chokidar meaning a security guard. Is the security, what is higher, the platform or the ground? The choki, the platform. The ground is lower. Choki means a platform, but also choki or chokidar, one who sits on a platform for observation, is like a security person. Is the speaker greater or the listener greater? The listener sits down on the ground, and the speaker, he sits on the platform, on an asan, raised platform. But amazingly, but who is actually better, higher, of more significance? Is the speaker or the listener? From where I sit, because the speaker is higher, is sitting on a platform, everybody's come to listen to them. But acharyas have said no. The listener is higher, more significant, more important. That person who is listening. When we used to go and learn Sanskrit, our Pandits used to get one shloka. Equally balanced. Okay. But it should be there was one naked sadhu. And what is the job of a washer person? Kapde dhone. In that country, whether the sadhus are naked, there's no need for a washerman. In the Sanskrit saying, what is the purpose of a washer person? If the listener is not there, what is the purpose, function? What will the speaker do? It's just by our logical conclusion that the listener is greater, but in the transcendental realm, spiritual realm, as Sanatana Goswami said, in Brihad Bhagavatam commentary has said, who is higher? Sukadeva Goswami, Parikshit Maharaj. Who's Srimad Bhagavatam? Have you heard of Srimad Bhagavatam? Here, Sri Ramchandra Prabhu, he gave the classes on Brihad Bhagavatam. Who is higher? Parikshit Maharaj. Parikshit Maharaj is higher. He is Gopi Bhav. He has attained Gopi Bhav. Parikshit Maharaj directly is the Kinkari of Srimati Radhika. And Shukadeva Goswami, his transcendental constitutional position is that parrot. So he is the Srimati Radhika's parrot. Yeah, that is no less, nothing. Who? Srimati Radhika. Vishmati, with her wonderful, beautiful arms, fed Osuk. It's chant Krishna. Damo Dharma Saveti Govind. Follow Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Krishna. It says yes, she's telling him the marriage is going. The next slide, it will be the other way around. How beautiful, Srimati Radhika. Very beautiful, red, juicy pomegranate seeds. She was feeding and teaching him, Osuk, Krishna Nam, say Krishna. Sukadeva Goswami Pad himself is telling his own life story. It's described in scriptures. Sukadeva Goswami Pad said, in the transcendental spiritual abode of the Lord, I was the very dear parrot of Srimati Radhika, and she herself with her own hands used to feed me pomegranate seeds and instructed me to chant Krishna Krishna. One day, because I'm a bird by nature, I was in Barsana, in Srimati Radhika's abode, and on the other side was Nandagaon. I was flying towards Nandagaon, where Krishna was playing with his friends. And there was one beautiful tamal tree there. With Srimati Radhika's voice, I was repeating Krishna, 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 and chanting like this. At that time, where's Srimati Radhika? Krishna turned and saw me. He caught the bird and said, don't chant my name. Chant Radhe. Jai 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 Shri Radhe, Radhe Radhe. In that time, Srimati Radhika came and said, "Oh Krishna, this bird, it belongs to me." Look, the bird is in the sky and it's free. I caught it, it's mine. And Krishna did not want to give him back. And Srimati Radhika complained to Mother Yashoda that time and caught with one hand Krishna's hand and with the other took the bird and said, "Oh Kanaya, Gopal, your father, Nanda Maharaj, is sitting to take his prasad. If you don't go, then he won't eat." So Yashoda took the bird and gave it to Srimati Radhika in her hand. Shukadeva Goswami Pad is describing this And Srimati returned to Barsana.
कृष्ण के द्वारा से मैं क्या नाम जप किया?
What Radhe?
अब कृष्ण
Actually,
ने मुझे कौन नाम जप सिखाया?
Krishna told me to chant Radhe,
मुझे राधा नाम सिखाया।
and Radha taught me to say Krishna Nam. Then who is my guru?
साधु बन गए।
One is Diksha Guru and one Siksha Guru.
बोले भाई किसको छोड़े किसके?
Who to turn to? We have to turn to both. Well, who
दोनों भी
you have to accept both.
राधे
Radhe Hare Krishna, Radhe Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
राधे
Radhe Krishna.
राधे कृष्ण 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 राधे राधे कृष्ण राधे कृष्ण 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 राधे 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 श्याम 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 राधे श्याम राधे श्याम 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 राधे
This is the Maha Mantra. Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare means Srimati Radhika. Krishna Krishna, Radhe Krishna. Once Srimati Radhika, in separation from Krishna, and was chanting this mantra. This is a perfected mantra from the lotus lips of Srimati Radhika. From her heart, this mantra manifested. This is not an ordinary mantra. Maha mantra. This mantra is known as Maha mantra. Shukadeva Goswami Maharaj said to Parikshit Maharaj, I am chanting both these names. One day, Srimati Radhika said, "Oh Sukh, listen. This abode is known as Ananda Dham. This word, Anand, in the assembly of Pandits, and according to grammar, every word has an opposite, like day and night. Where is happiness, there is sadness. If there's light, there is darkness. There's opposites. This word Anand is such, there is no opposite to it. According to the conclusions of the Pandits, they give this conclusion. You can argue Nir Ananda. If you have to put Nir in front of the word, a prefix. But in Shastra and scriptures, in some words or another, there is an opposite. But in Ananda Dham, Anandamaya Vyasa, in this aphorism of Vedanta Sutra, the personification of Anand, bliss, supreme bliss, the Supreme Lord. If we analyze this, it's very interesting. So Srimati Radhika is saying, O Sukha, this Vrindavan Dham is full of bliss, Anand. There is no unhappiness. In this material world, in this earth, we are suffering because dunya. It's called dunya. Yeah, dunya. Sapanaka Khela. This world is a place of illusion and place of dreams, where the root word, syllable of dunya, this world, comes from suffering. We are looking for happiness, but wherever we turn to, we cannot get that happiness. Just one short story. There's one old lady,
स्ट्रीट लाइट होते हैं,
this street line.
लाइट जो होता है रास्ता में जो लाइट जल रही है,
Yeah.
और वहीं पर एक बुढ़िया जो कुछ
This old lady was looking something in the street light.
एक संत महात्मा
One sadhu happened to pass by and said, "Oh, mother, what are you doing? I see that you're here for some time. You're looking for something." Oh yes, my son. I want needle. What? I was stitching something. I was stitching something. At that time, I lost my needle. The sadhu said, "Oh, mother, tell me, where were you stitching?" "Oh, my son, I was stitching in my home." The sadhu said, "Then suddenly your needle must be in your house. Then if you look there, you will find it." "Oh, my son, in my house, there is no light. Here, in the street light, there is light. That's what I'm looking for." Even for endless time, if she looks for the needle at that place, will she find it? No. Where she was looking for, where she dropped the needle, she'll have to look there. Yeah, when the night goes and light will come, then you'll find your needle. But here, in the darkness, under this light, you will not find. The meanings. What is the significance of this story? This world is full of unhappiness. We're looking for happiness in a place that there is no happiness. Where will we find this happiness? Where is this Anand? In this holy abode, Bhagavad Dham, Chid Dham. Srimati Radhika is saying, everyone is unhappy in this material world. Some bodily suffering, some with minds problems, little. Without some wealth, they're suffering. Tulsi Das is saying, that person who is Krishna Das has everything. Krivan Bihari Lal Ki Jai. Krishna Das is happiest of all. Everybody is sad in some way or another. In suffering, what do? We remember the Lord, but in happiness we forget. But that person who remembers in happiness, but where is the suffering? Everyone knows. So always remember the Lord. Srimati Radhika is saying, go to the material world and speak of this Golok Vrindavan Dham. Hearing this, everyone will be liberated, freed, and attain the supreme abode. I didn't want to come, the Bishop Pakshi said. There's so much suffering here. There's so much unhappiness here. I don't want to go. Oh, Srimati Radhika, my Gurudev, I don't want to go. Then Srimati Radhika gave him blessings. Go, I give you blessings. You will not be touched by the illusory potency of the Lord, Maya.
इसी प्रकार राजा
In this way,
वचन
by her blessings,
मैंने सुख पक्षी
I came into the womb of a bird, another parrot, and into the egg.
अपने जीवन की
Shukadeva Goswami Spad is telling his own life story.
एक समय की बात है
Once
कैलाश में
in Kailash,
कैलाश में जहाँ पर शिव पार्वती सदा
where Shiv Parvati was eternally present,
किसी काम से महादेव
Mahadev
बाहर चले गए
had gone out for some
और
time,
उस समय देवी
and Devi Parvati was alone. At that time, Narad Rishi came,
नारद इसके देख करके
and seeing Narad Rishi,
शिवानी महादेव की
Shivani, the wife of Shiva, became very happy. Sadhu comes, gave him seat,
नारद जी बैठते ही करते थे प्रश्न
and said,
सब सब है
asked, "Is everything auspicious with you?" Yes, everything is auspicious. What is auspicious?
ऐसे पति किसको मिले
To get her husband is Lord Shiva,
सदा सर्वदा
who is always absorbed in Krishna Katha, Ram Katha. He does not speak anything else.
और जो बोलना नहीं चाहिए
But it is not to speak about. He also speaks of that. There is no one such as him.
हजारों मुखों के द्वारा अपने
He, with thousands of mouths, Parvati was glorifying Shivji with like thousands of mouths.
क्या व्रत रखे हैं
Like this today is Karva Chauth. This Karva Chauth.
फरमाते क्यों
Because they're embarrassed to say today's the day they worship their husbands.
अरे जोर से बोलो
Karva Chauth.
बहुत अच्छा किसके लिए
Why are you worshipping? It's what? For your husband's long life.
अच्छी बात है
Hari.
हाँ जी नहीं तो भागवत पाठ करके जाओगे तो
Then, when you go back home after listening to Bhagavata,
महाराज जी ने बोले तो गाली नहीं दिया
you did not. The marriage is against his festival. If you did not make everyone clap,
ये कथा
uh,
हमारे पतिदेव ऐसे नौकर
my husband is such that there is no one who will be in the future or was in the past. What are you not supposed to say? Guru Mantra. Do you know what you should not speak? And what you should not speak of between the husband and wife? Guru Mantra. If you can say other mantras, but you cannot speak Guru Mantra to anyone else, only between Guru and disciple. Listen carefully. Otherwise, it's an offense. You should not speak of the Guru Mantra to anyone else except Shri Guru. But Mahadev, he becomes so absorbed in his mood, transbhav, he speaks of the Guru Mantra. Like Mahabhagavata. Then this mantra manifests from their mouth in this condition of Mahabha. This is for exceptional great personalities like Shiva. Parvati is glorifying her husband Shivji. Sometimes he speaks of Lord Ram, sometimes of Krishna, and absorbed in his intense mood, never in the past or in the future will be. In the middle of Katha, shall I tell you? Narad is saying to Parvati, did he tell you why he has skulls around his neck? And why he has ashes smeared on his body? I've heard that ashes in the crematorium he puts on his body. Tell me, what is the cause? Is this something to ask? This is his glories. But Naradishi was not letting the subject go. This ashes and these skulls around his neck, there is all the essence of the Veda and the Puranas. Has he ever told you of this? Parvati said, no, he's not told me. Hearing this, Narad Rishi set a fire in Parvati's heart and mind. You know, and your husband knows, if there's any quarrel between husband and wife, the sadhu should not interfere. Even if two people are speaking, a third person should not go and sit there. In the scriptures it is said, Vikramaditya's wife, Bhanumati, she was talking to her friend. Vikramaditya at that time sat between the two of them and said something and left. Those very chaste ladies said, Murk, foolish person. Called her husband foolish. He felt very much pained in his heart. Vikramaditya, he asked the head of his assembly, Kalidas, who is defined as a fool? Please tell me the definition of a foolish person. Kalidas said, that person who interferes when two persons are speaking without their consent is called a fool. And there's 6 types of fools. One who eats while standing up or walking. Standing or walking. Mulk. And without, if the door is closed and without knocking on the door, this is foolishness. This is etiquette. Without permission, even to stand up from an assembly, these are some rules that Kalidas pointed out to Vikramaditya. My wife, she spoke correctly. Narad Rishi said, Narad Rishi didn't want to get involved in the affairs of the husband and wife. When a mango is ripe, when we take the pulp out, then the skin is left and we throw the skin away. If their husband and wife is arguing, if you go there, will be like the skin. Good like the skin and the kernel, the nut of the mango, they'll be thrown aside. You should not enter into the affairs of husband and wife. Now, Devi Parvati was so angry. I was thinking, my husband has told me everything, all the essence of all the Vedas and Puranas.
नारद ऋषि आगे बढ़े,
Narad Rishi
देखा क्या महादेव जी आ रहे हैं।
moved on and seeing Shivji was coming. Shivji said, "Oh, Naradji, where have you come from?" "Oh, I've come from your house. Devi Parvati is waiting for you." Shivji is thinking in his mind, in that house that Narad Rishi has just visited, like Narad Rishi, in that house, suddenly there will be some drama. Something he set something on fire. These are not mundane arguments. This is called Prem Kala, transcendental loving affairs. Aja, when two rams, goats, when they're fighting, and raise their horns and raise their feet, and when they touch their heads very slowly, Rishi Shraddha, when a sadhu passes away, leaves their body in the jungle, the great rishis and saints, they used to get together and perform a fire sacrifice. But there's no food, no distribution of prasad. No. Dampatya Kalahe means the arguments between husband and wife. So much aggression. But after a short time, they're all laughing and joking. Getting involved in such arguments is useless. So it's written in scripture. When there's thunder in the morning, when the clouds gather and the thunder roars, there will be no rain that day. It's true. Right where Narad Rishi is just visited. Today, Mahadev, Shivji is saying, in my fortune, I'm not destined to have any prasad, any food. In the house where the wife is upset, you will not get anything to eat. Mahadev slowly returned back home, stepped on the doorstep. As soon as he stepped in the house, knocked on the door, straight, it's Devi Parvati. Thousands of words, Devi Parvati shot at Shivji. Didn't leave anything behind. And so much anger. Shivji said, Narad Rishi came. What did he say? That necklace you're wearing around your neck of skulls and the ashes that you smear on your body, the essence of all the Veda and Puranas. You didn't tell me this. If you didn't tell me the essence of all the Veda Puranas, what have you told me? Mahadev said, "Oh Devi Parvati, listen, just calm down. This ash that I smear on my body, this is my love towards you. Every time when you leave your body, Sati, the pastimes of Sati are there in the Bhagavatam. Every kalpa, at particular times, this pastime of Sati takes place, where Parvati Devi leaves her body. When you leave your body in your separation, I cannot tolerate for this reason. Your Rak, this ashes from your body, I smear on my body. And every birth, the bones I put around my neck. I don't want you to be separated from my body. Devi, she said, "Oh, my dear husband, do you not leave your body?" Mahadev said, "Listen, Devi, Amar, Amar, Mrityunjay, Marna, Mrityunjay." I tried. Huh? Amarnath. The Mrityun. Om Mrityunjay Yajamahe Sugandhi Pushti Vardhanam Urvarupakeva Vandanam Mrityurmokshamamritam Om Mrityunjaya Swaha. My name is Mrityunjay. Devi Parvati said, you have conquered death, and I, at times, in different yugas, I have to leave my body. Then tell me how I leave my body. Why do you not leave your body? Because I've heard the katha of immortality. Amar katha? What is the katha of immortality? Kathamritam saptajivanam kaviviritam karmasam saramangalam srimadatam Purivyantite This Bhagavad Kathamritam, one who listens, is so powerful. This Bhagavad Amar Katha, this is called Amar Katha. Oh, Parvati said to her husband, please recite this Amar Katha to me. This Srimad Bhagavad, where this Bhagavad was spoken. Today even, Amarnath, Amarnath Mahadeva ki jai. A very, very, a very dangerous place to go. Amarnath, you will, if you misplace your feet, you will fall 200 meters down. You become. And Sukadeva Goswami is saying, I appeared in the womb of a female parrot. In the form of an egg, I took birth. Sukadeva Goswami is telling, where Mahadev, he was reciting this Amar Katha, was chanting. But
देवी की कहने लगे देवी
Shivji told Devi,
अत्यंत गोपनीय कथा
it's very secret. Do not speak it to everyone.
देखो तुम स्त्री जाति
You are a lady, I know.
कहीं सुनते सुनते जान लीन ना हो जाए
Just by some chance you don't tell it to others.
शास्त्र में लिखा है
In Shastra is said
जो अश्रद्धालु व्यक्ति के निकट
that person who does not have faith, one should not speak this katha, these pastimes. This Amar Katha is very secret.
पता नहीं तुम सुनते सुनते
Maybe
मैं सो नहीं जाता
if you, while listening, you fall asleep.
दादा बोले माता बिगड़ गए
If I say too much, the ladies will be upset.
शास्त्र में कहते
In Shastra it said,
शास्त्र में ऐसी है
it's
इस
said,
महादेव जी कहने लगे देखो
Mahadev said, Devi, do one thing. While you're listening, in between, you should make some sound.
क्या बोलो
Boom,
क्या बोलो
boom, Hare Krishna.
बोले ठीक है
Okay,
और देखो जब ये श्रीमद् भागवत की कथा
this Srimad Bhagavad Katha
प्रथम स्कंद से
was being recited from the first canto to the second, to fourth, fifth canto,
जहाँ पर खगोल और भूगोल की कथा है
where the pastimes of creation of this cosmic universe, it's very, very difficult to understand where the philosophical conclusions. One becomes very weary and tired, strained, and sleep comes. In the fifth canto, if you read the fifth canto, Khagal or Bhugal, the stars, from distances between the stars, how far, the calculations, and what they're doing, how they revolve,
कितने समुद्र है
how many oceans there are, how many islands there are,
कितने तारे हैं नदियां हैं
how many stars, Khagal and Bhugal.
खगोल भूगोल की कथा है अनेक जो है मैथमेटिक्स की
And calculations are involved. Your head will be spinning.
जहाँ पर समझने में नहीं आएगा
And if you don't understand, then sleeping. No, the old lady is saying, you spoke so nicely today. When I came to your katha, I was so happy. I fell asleep. I can't sleep at home.
इसलिए देखो ये कथा है
Yes. Not saying too much more.
महादेव जी कहने लगे तुम बीच में क्या करो
Mahadev said to Parvati, just make this sound.
महादेव जी प्रथम द्वितीय तृतीय चतुर्थ
Then he said it's recited up to the fifth canto about Khagal and Bhugal.
और देवी ने क्या की
Devi fell asleep. So good.
बिल्कुल वो तो भाई और महादेव तो
And Mahadev, absorbed in his
ठीक उसी समय से
transcendental absorption,
अंडे के रूप में
that
उसी स्थान पर
egg,
ये अंडे
Paksh- Kosla, a nest.
अंडे के बने बर्फीली प्रदेश ठंडी ठंडी
It was cold in the Himalayas. So my mother, I don't know where she had gone, and then a breeze came, and the nest blew off the tree, and the egg fell exactly where Shivji was reciting the Srimad Bhagavata, and I came out from that egg. Jai. Shivji is absorbed. His Devi is sleeping. To take birth as a snake, one who comes and falls asleep in the katha. In the next birth, they'll have to take birth as a snake. Oh dear. just don't fall asleep in the katha if you don't want a snake body. It is written in scripture. Listen. Just sleep before you come to katha. That's what it is. Take a room, rent a room, and sleep. When the katha starts, then come fresh. But if you come to the katha and sleep, okay. If you come to the katha and sleep, then you've lost everything. Sukadev came out from the egg and listen to this Amar Katha, meaning Bhagavad Katha. And that cold, that Shabda Brahma of the Srimad Bhagavatam, not transcendental vibration, entered ears of Sukadeva Goswami, Sukha, the parrot. And at the time, Mahadev, Devi was first making this sound, who? And in the same voice as Devi Parvati, I also responded to Shivji and said Ram, Ram, like parrots repeat. Birds, as you speak, they will imitate. Then I heard this Bhagavat. And after that, and then Mahadev, he opened Devi. So that Parvati was asleep. He said, wake up. Yes, my dear husband, I fell asleep for some time. Who is repeating? Who is making this sound? Who has heard this Amar Katha? Mahadev became angry. He took his trident and chased after the parrot, this unqualified person, and chased after the parrot, and the parrot flying. And wherever Srila Vyasadeva was, and Bitika, his wife, was there, was reciting the katha of the Puranas, the histories. And Bitika, she had her mouth open. Shuk Pakshi entered that mouth of Vyasadeva. Shivji asked Vyasadeva, have you seen the bird? Why? Why do you want this bird? I want to kill this bird. Well, he's unqualified to hear my Amar Katha. Then Vyasadeva said, Oh Mahadev, tell me, if one listens to your Amar Katha, what is the result? He will be Amar, means immortal. And this bird heard this Amar Katha, so he became immortal. So how can you kill him? He said, how will you kill this bird if he's become immortal? Shivji became ashamed and returned back. That Sukh in the womb of, in some scriptures, the 13 years, that bird stayed in the womb. And in some shastras it said 14 years. Once Vyasadeva and said to the entity in the womb, come out, your mother is experiencing so much pain, come out. At that time, voice came, I don't want to come out from the womb of my mother. Here I am happy. If I come out, then Maya will grab me. For this reason, I don't want to come out from the womb of my mother. Vyasadeva said, I am the incarnation of Saktavesh with my mystic power.
तुमको मैं वचन देता हूँ तुम्हें माया तुम्हें पसंद नहीं
Maya will not touch you.
माया तुम्हें पसंद नहीं करेगी मास्टर कर्म से तुम निकल करके आए
You come out.
फिर उनको कर्म से सत्ता आने लगी
Then from the womb came the sound, I don't have any faith in your words. If Krishna appears here and he tells me and says that Maya will not touch me, then I will come out. Where it is said in scriptures, where there is Krishna, there is no Maya. In the shloka, Maya adhikar. Maya has no adhikar, no qualification to be where Krishna is. Cannot come close. Maya will stay very far, becoming very shy. At that time, Vyasadev, with his mystic meditation, and manifested, called Krishna, and Krishna appeared and come out from the womb. And then he said also, again repeated, Maya will catch me. In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord says, He's so powerful, Maya, Rishi potency is so powerful. And then the Lord said, I am giving you this benediction that Maya will not be able to touch you. For how in this time you will have to come out. In the Vaishnavas say, in the scriptures it said, in the horn of the cow, that seed that falls on the horn of the cow, that time it stays on the tip of the horn. And you'll have to come out within this period of time, in this moment, in this instant, by the words of the Lord. And that personality, like a 16-year-old boy, came out of the womb. In the scriptures, it said this verse, Sanakadi Rishi is glorifying his Gurudev in the Srimad Bhagavata, in the first canto. Sanakadi Rishi, having performed all the fire sacrifices, at that time Sutta Goswami appeared, and seeing Sutta Goswami, Shonak Adi Rishi, to welcome him, sat him on a raised platform and then asked 6 questions in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Sutta, Sonak, in their conversation, is described very. After a few minutes, we will explain. At that time, Sutta Goswami said, when Shukadeva Goswami was reciting pastimes of Krishna in the assembly of Parikshit Maharaj, I was there. What I heard from the mouth of Shukadeva Goswami, I will recite this in the Srimad Bhagavatam. It is said that which we are listening today, this Bhagavad we are reading, this is a reciter, Sutta and Sonak Rishi's dialogue, conversation. There are many pastimes in this. This has been an eternal pastime from Satyuga, from many yugas. It's coming down. because the Bhagavatam is eternal.
स्वयं जो है नारायण इस
नारायण,
भागवत की कथा नारद से
Lakshmi,
यहाँ पे भी वर्णन है,
and then
ये भागवत
Narayan spoke to Brahma. This Narayan also spoke to Narayan, Lakshmi.
नारायण के लिए इस कथा को श्रोता भक्ता
This listener and speaker.
अनेक जो है श्रोता भक्ता है
There are many speakers and listeners.
लोग कंफ्यूज हो जाते हैं
People become confused,
कहीं लिखा है नारद उवाच
and sometimes it's Narad Vacha, Shunak Adivacha, Sutta Vacha, Shri Bhagwan Vacha,
सुखवाच
Sukha
ये कोई किस वाच
Parikush.
ऐसे शब्द अभी जो भी लगे हुए कौन निश्चित समाधान इसी प्रकार होते हैं इससे भागवत की कथा को सत्य कथा के उद्देश्य का होता है
This is the recital of the Srimad Bhagavatam, different places. There are three main places. Krishna. The first sitting of the Srimad Vyas Narad Samvad, where in the Srimad Bhagavatam, in the first canto, fifth chapter, and the Vyas Narad Samvad, this was taken in Badrik Ashram on the Saraswati River. The second recital, Sukh Parikshita Samvad, on the banks of the Ganga. And the third recital, which we are reciting now, Sutta Sonakadi, in Nemisharanya, Gomti Nadi, on the banks of the Gomti, by Ayodhya. By Lucknow, a very beautiful place on the banks of Gomati. Sukha Sonak Adi Rishi. It is written and described in the Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto. Who is the speaker and who is the listener? Some people become confused. Who is the speaker? Who is the listener? This Bhagavad that we are reciting, this is the Bhagavad Katha of Shonak and Sutta Goswami dialogue. It's very beautiful with these 6 questions. Which? Sutta Goswami. Sutta Goswami is glorifying his Guru first. Sutta Goswami, his jump is glorifying his Gurudev in this shloka. Katar ajhava putreti tanmay taravo bhinetu tam sarvabhuta hridem munim anatosmi. Sutta Goswami Pad is saying, Ugrashava Sutta, Romaharshan's son. Romaharshani is described as Romaharshani. In Ramchandra's name, Dasarathi, the son of Dasarath. Dasarathi. The son of Romaharshan. I'm not saying Shukadev. He's saying Badrayani. It's called Badrayani. Sutta Goswami is saying, my Gurudev is not ordinary.
शास्त्र में कहा है
In Shastra it is said,
भक्ति तब होती है जब हमारे गुरु के प्रति निष्ठा होती है।
when bhakti will manifest, when we have nishta towards Shri Guru, Shraddha,
निष्ठा
in this process, nishta, ruchi, ashakti,
माधुर्य कादम्बरी ग्रंथ
in Madhuri Kadambini,
श्रद्धा से
Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Shraddha, okay. Anatanifli, nishta,
निष्ठा के बाद
after nishta, ruchi,
निष्ठा का किसने विरोध और जब रुचि में आ जाता है
when one comes to ruchi, this becomes svabhikis. One is by buddhi, mind, intelligence, and the other is natural. Ruchi mula bhakti is called raganuga bhakti. Raganuga bhakti has many names here. Lobhamay bhakti, Swabhika bhakti. When ruchi manifests in the heart, in the chanting of the holy name, ruchi, taste, one is vastu vasishya apekshani, vastu vasishya anapekshani, these things, seeing Thakurji beautifully. And if Thakurji is not dressed very nicely, then but when ruchi manifests in the heart, one who sings with rhythm, beat, and melodiously, then they'll say, "Oh Maharaj, very nice kirtan, very nice." And if you just chant roughly or unrhythmically, then not so much inspiration comes. But when you get to the stage of ruchi, and two considerations, whether it depends on the rhythm or beat or appearance, is anapekshani. In Vishwanath Thakur's commentary, in the stage of ashakti, further two more symptoms, bhajanya ruchi, bhajanya ashakti. Try and remember in this philosophical consideration. And maybe you will not understand, but those people who have read Madhuri Kadambini, they may understand. Bhajanya ashakti. There is ruchi in bhajan, and those things related with bhajan, you have dependency on that. One depends on one's object of worship. One is Guru Padpada, that who is dear to Mukunda Preshta. Mukunda Preshta in Manashiksha, Guru Padma. When it reaches that stage of Ashakti and they have intense surrender towards the spiritual master, that Guru takes that Ashakti and offers it to the lotus feet of Srimati Radhika. Hari Lal Ki Jai. One is called Bhajanya Ruchi, Bhajanya Ashakti. As much as you have Ashakti, this dependency on Shri Guru, and that much you will have towards your worshipable object, Radha and Krishna. And then crossing this Ashakti, reaching, called Rati, crossing Rati to Bhav, into Prem, that crossing Bhav, and then there are characteristics, 9 external symptoms and 3 internal symptoms. And that after Bhav, with Prem into Prem, however many times you listen or read Madhuri Kadambini, you will feel so inspired. Sutta Goswami Pad in front of Shonakadi rishis, recited this shloka. In the shloka, listen, from whose mouth I heard this, Srimad Bhagavatam is not ordinary. Those who are very fortunate. Gurudev Nitya Lila Parishram Ishtavad Astatarasya Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj. If you have heard from his lotus lips, he's not an ordinary person. And listen and digest it and repeat is not an ordinary thing. Even if you have just seen him, you are very fortunate. Even this potency in the darshan. My Gurudev, Sutta Goswami is saying, as soon as I was born from the womb of my mother, I ran towards the forest, and behind him, Vyasadeva is running. Oh, my dear son, my son. Yet Sukadeva Goswami did not turn once to look behind. Who is calling for me? Why? Because he was totally focused with mind to his worshipable deity. Externally said, I am desiring to merge into Brahma. But what is Brahma? This main meaning of Brahma is Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Externally he said, Brahma Parinishtita, I am merging into Brahma. Advaitavadis, they say, I am Brahma. It's not like this, even if it is like this. And to manifest the ras madhurya, the sweet pastimes of the Lord. Here Vishwanath Chakravarti is saying, when Shukadeva Goswami was going towards the forest, and there was no purificatory process, no cutting of the umbilical cord, and appeared as a 16-year-old boy quite naked. Even the birds and the trees, they were feeling stimulation. The glories of my spiritual master is such. If Shastra says, if we don't have Guru Bhakti, Guru Nishtha, then we cannot perform any kind of devotional practice. Everything will be zero. You will not be of the bank or of the village. Your life will be wasted. Guru Pad Padma, we should have Nishtha towards to teach others. Shukadeva Goswami Pad, when he was running towards the forest, Vyasadeva, and if you seen this bird running into the forest, take the beautiful form of Krishna. Describe the form of Krishna to the hunter. Idam Unikaya Vibhatabasu. Hearing this, Sukadeva Goswami, he could not stay in the forest. He told the hunter, "Oh, where did you get this beautiful description of Krishna? Please tell me of his qualities." And then Vyasadeva explained 2 more qualities of Krishna through these slokas. Gasa gasa pashat Vilatum chudam sabun Saranam Prachetam Vakiyam Stanapalakutam Jigam Sayapayat Sadvi Rabye Kadim Datri Tato Anyam Kamadayaru Sharanam Prajema Kamadayaru Sharanam Prajema Stanakala Kutam. It's so degraded. Asadhi, asadhi, asadvi. And Bakari's sister, Putana, Stanakala Kutam, who has drank 6-day-old, she took a beautiful form of a mother. Well, how duplicitous she was. She smeared a deadly poison on her breast. She smeared and came to kill Gopal. Yansa came to kill. But she came to kill this 6-day-old child. But what did Gopal do? And he touched his lips to those breasts, and he destroyed that demon body of Putana and manifest a transcendental body, and took her to above Vaikuntha, Ayodhya, above Dwarkapuri, above Mathura, Golok, and in that Golok made her the maid servant of Mother Yashoda. Just see. How beautiful. What a sadhana bhajan did Putana perform. If she had just taken bath once, she did not even bathe. There was such a horrible smell coming from her body. Snan, 6 mahina se snan. 6 months my daughter has not bathed. I was thinking somewhere in the world, somebody was telling me that Putin was such. She was killing babies and was drinking their blood. Rudrayasana. Ugly she was, and teeth coming out. No, not in me. Oh, sorry. Ismail. How beautiful she is. Putana Sundari. Lalita Sundari. Radha Sundari. Prema Sundari. These names. Whose name is Putana Sundari? Could make my name. But she came as a beautiful woman. But our Govinda, how merciful, how compassionate. He made her body so fragrant. Our commentators have said, when they burnt Putana's body, the smell like sandalwood is described. But Govinda touches that body, must naturally change Kutam.
इस कथा को सुन करके
Hearing these, Sukha
बाहर आ गए।
came out of the forest.
रचना की कृष्ण के रूप और गुण के कथा की रचना की उनके पास हम लेकर गए।
Please tell me, take me to that person who's described these qualities to you. The hunter
और सुखदेव से
took Sukadev
व्यासदेव के
to
साथ
Vyasadeva,
और व्यासदेव से जो है सारी कथा को
and Vyasadeva explained all of the pastimes.
सुखदेव गोस्वामी महाराज
Shukadeva Goswami explained to Parikshit Maharaj.
जिसे कहा जाता है सुख
Parikshit, which is known as Sukh Parikshit Samvad. And this is the transcendental lifetime description of Shukadeva Goswami. If we hear about their behavior, their qualities, how that person is, in the Padma Puran it is explained, do not listen Harikatha from the mouth of a Vaishnava who is not a Vaishnava. In the Padma Puran, the shloka is there. If you listen to Harikatha from the mouth of a Vaishnava who is not taken Diksha from a bona fide Vaishnava, one who is mantra from a bona fide Vaishnava, they are entitled to be called Vaishnava. One who worships Ganesh is Ganapatya. One who worships Shiva, Shiva. One who worships Devi, so Shakta. One who worships Vishnu is called Vishnu. And this is the definition of Vaishnava. Who is the Vaishnava? Just by wearing neck beads, putting on tilak, one has to take Diksha mantras from a bona fide Vaishnava to be called a Vaishnava. And worships Vishnu is known as the Vishnu, as known as Vaishnava. One must hear the Bhagavata Katha from the mouth of a Vaishnava, not a Vaishnava. It's like milk touched by the lips of a snake. Like drinking milk, one becomes healthy and nourished. But that same milk, if it's touched by the lips of a snake, then that milk becomes poison. Even unknowingly drinks that. Mrityu, that person will die drinking that milk. Vaishnava Mukhod Gurnam Sharanam Neva Kartam Sarvachishtitam Yathapaya. These glories of the Srimad Bhagavatam, Shukadeva Goswami explained to Parikshit Maharaj. Even Parikshit Maharaj is not ordinary. In his life story, Sutta Goswami, he explained, this is explained the Srimad Bhagavatam. Jai Maharaj Maharaj, Padmanabh Maharaj. Jai. Maharaj ki Jai. Shri Radha. This Bhagavad Katha which we are listening, who is the listener? Parikshit Maharaj. Who is the main speaker? Shukadeva Goswami. And this Bhagavad, the Amrish Maharaj's pastime has been explained.
बहुत सुंदर है।
very nicely.
ये परीक्षित महाराज भी सामान्य नहीं,
Parikshit Maharaj is not ordinary.
वर्णन होते जा रहे हैं।
Where
जब परीक्षित महाराज
Parikshit Maharaj,
जब अभिशप्त हुए,
where Abhishek,
दिन के बाद
after
तक्षक आकर के उनकी
being told that he'll be bitten by Takshak, the snake,
परीक्षित महाराज जी
then Parikshit Maharaj,
7 दिन जीवित रहे।
he was told he would stay alive for 7 days. Very briefly, I'm explaining.
उस समय परीक्षित
At that
महाराज
time,
ने भी
Parikshit Maharaj, what did he do?
बड़े-बड़े महात्मा के बुलाए।
Called great rishis and sages and asked
सिंह ऋषि के अभिशाप। समित
the
के पुत्र
Samik Rishi's son, Shringi Rishi,
7 दिन के बाद तक्षक आकर के तुझे
one poisonous snake, Takshak, will come and bite you and you will be the cause of your death.
समस्त प्रकार के संत महात्मा कर्मी साधु
All sadhus, types of sadhus, Gyani, Karmi, Yogis, they all came. They presented their own conceptions, ideas. If you're going to stay alive for 7 days, then what should you do? Then you give away all your wealth and prosperity. Donate everything. Give it down. Whatever you have, what will you keep in your house? I have already. Yeah, what will you do with all the cloth you'll after you die?
सोने के चांदी जो
All gold, silver.
वो भी क्या करेंगे? वो तो दफन दे देंगे, किंतु सोने के हार निकल
Even your gold necklace will not go with you.
महाराज क्या करो सब दान दक्षिणा करो।
They give everything in charity.
जितने भी धनी हो
All wealthy persons, after their death, what is written in the paper?
निदान हो गया।
Nidhan, it's written there. This person become Nidhan. Nidhan means without wealth. If you think
इतने बड़ा धनी व्यक्ति है
this great, so much wealth person, when he leaves his body in the newspaper, they announce his death as Nirdhan. He's become wealthless. Nidhan was
धन से कुछ ऐसा
then all the wealth they've lost.
सप्तमी कैसे
Yeah,
जितने
and
भी धनी व्यक्ति हो
all wealthy persons
हमारे धन
described, everyone actually, anyone who appears in the newspapers as Nirdan.
दान दक्षिणा का विकास
Give your wealth in charity. Some advised Parikshit Maharaj.
सब मान
Ji,
एक बार मतलब एक व्यक्ति कह रहे थे मैं सुन रहा
I was listening once to someone. So what they give here, fruits, and then I distribute it. Now why don't you distribute the money that the people are giving? You're giving just the fruits away. Why don't you give the money away that's in the pot? The 1 or 2 I will take. One, eat 1 apple. How much can I eat? I just distribute most of it. Or why don't you distribute the money? Okay. Just joking. It is not coming for free, this prasad. Some given in the form of fruits, some in the form of money. There is a field of rice in the Gaudiya Math. Vishnu Dutt Prabhu is managing. You have to pay the bills. Those who are working, have to give them some payment. They can't give them bananas. It will go in donation, in charity. The carpet, this. You're distributing all the fruits, but you're not distributing the money. You should distribute the money. Take that. 5 rupees, 100 rupees, 500 rupees, take. That is going also in charity, in donation. Karmi Log said, give charity to Parikshit. Gyani said, study the scriptures about mukti. Yogis said, perform yoga processes as the sadhu was, karmi sadhu, yogi sadhu. All types of sadhus gave their own ideas of what to do. Many types of conclusions in the Vedas. In this way, in this assembly, Shukadeva Goswami appeared, and all the sadhus, they all stood up from there. Even Vyasadeva, who was present there, Parasha Rishi, the father of Vyasadeva, and many perfected sadhus who control their senses, they appeared. Those who knew the past, present and future presented and welcomed Shukadeva with great honor, and sat him on a raised platform. To the extent it is explained, when he entered the assembly, some ladies threw mud on him and dust. Some laughed and joked, just seeing him. But Shukadeva Goswami thought he was not at all affected. Who's laughing? Who's saying what? No care. When he came, all the sadhus, were all perfected with great respect and honor. They welcomed Shukadeva Goswami. Why? Because Vyasadeva was there. He could have also. He is the one who taught Shukadeva Goswami. Parasha Rishi, not an ordinary person. Very beautiful life story of Parasha Rishi. Such all these rishis, knowing the past, present, and future, they knew that Shukadeva Goswami was not ordinary. Why? That he was Srimati Radhika's dear parrot. There is one script shloka. We don't know who recited this shloka. It's coming from the parampara. Sukhakasi. Vidra Chanchu Priya Chumbanena Ekanta Rahasya Pati Nikunja Prasada Sanani Vasi. This once Vrishabhanu Nandini Srimati Radhika, her Priya Suk, kissing him and embracing him. He too kissed Srimati Radhika's lips, and that nectar which was on her lips, he drank. Who is able to drink the nectar from Srimati Radhika's lips? Who could describe the glories of that person? Here, imagine, where is the shloka from? I have to humbly say and pray. This shloka is coming from the Parampara and the hearing it from the Vaishnava. 10 types of praman. This is Aso praman, which is Asa praman, from the words of the rishis and the sages, is also one praman, one form of evidence. Hearing it from the lotus lips of the pure devotees. If you find, please tell me. If you can, this shloka must be. It's not manifest from myself. This shloka is great. Some great personality is manifested, like Rupa Goswami, Ujjwal Nilamani. He has written shlokas manifested by himself. And we have to believe and accept. In the same way, we have to accept this shloka. This parrot has taken the nectar from the lotus lips of Srimati Radhika, and who preaches the glories of Srimad Bhagavatam in this way. And I remember Srila Gurudev's glories. Once Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada, his dear Bhakti Jivan Janardhan Goswami Maharaj, Uttam Mahabhagat, he was chanting Ha Vrishabhanu Nandini, Ha Vrishabhanu Nandi. He was not wearing cloth, and just a lower cloth, and walking barefooted around Giriraj Govardhan, Rajmando Parikram. He used to come to Mathura Math. He used to stay 2 or 3 months. We used to sit in front of him. He would not speak of anything else apart from Srimati Radhika's pastime. And chant Ha Vrishabhanu Nandini. And crying. And having darshan of such Bhagavad. Once in that assembly, he said himself, Sri Narayan Maharaj, this is a dear Sakhi of Srimati Radhika. If you can hear this on recording, which was Umadidi used to tape his classes, and there should be a tape recorder. If you find this recording, that this Narayan Goswami Maharaj is directly Srimati Radhika's Sakhi. Imagine we are comparing Vyas, Parashar in their meditation. This Shukadeva Goswami is not an ordinary person. He directly took the nectar from the lips of Srimati Radhika. All the sadhus in the assembly offered Shukadeva Goswami a raised seat, and Parikshit asked one person who is about to die, what should they do? At that time, Shukadev said in one shloka, one must chant the holy names of and listen to Srimad Bhagavatam. Shreya Upreya. Kya Shreya hai Upreya? Shreya. Oh, what? Which shloka? After 7 days, one who is about to die, what should they do? Namanu Kirtanam. Ekam Nivrittamanam. This shloka. Namanam Kirtanam. Jai. Or who's about to die, what is the duty of that person? Must chant the holy names of the Lord. The form, pastimes, qualities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. They must recite and listen to Srimad Bhagavatam. Listen, repeat. Because in this Kali Yuga, when Krishna left and went to his own abode, at that time Kali Yuga started some 5,000 years before. Left this material world and Kali Yuga started. Kali Yuga is full of arguments. Nobody will speak of your qualities. They will only look at your bad qualities and criticize you. And this material world is such degraded, and the influence of the illusory potency of the Lord. People's minds become so low-graded. When one person is with another, they will only criticize. So when they come to hear Katha, the one is a listener, Shrota, the proper listening, and another is one who comes and sleeps. And Sota, there's another type of listener, Sarota. Sarota, one who cuts betel nut. In days past, to cut betel nut, one tool is called a sarota. They not come to listen to Harikatha. They come with chanting beads and tilak on their forehead and neck beads. So they sit at the back. Yesterday, they just come to criticize. Oh, the prasad had no salt and so much mirch. It does not listen to Harikatha. But sarota is known as sarota. Cutting the betel nut. Not listen, nor allow others to listen. There's 3 types of persons in between. Just after the katha, you cannot explain. Draupadi's the forefathers of Draupadi, what is her father's name, her grandfather's name. They will ask questions like this, ridiculous questions. They did not hear to the Harikatha, but they will ask ridiculous questions. So, okay, we will explain tomorrow. What else to say? They're not listening. They sit at the back. It's better they sleep. They would get some benefit of 100 lifetimes. But this type of listener, even dangerous. They do not listen. They don't allow others to listen, and they're criticizing. Listen to the pastimes of the Lord. Shukadeva Goswami is saying in the shloka, Namano Kirtanam. I am giving this conclusion. It's not my conclusion. The previous acharyas have concluded. I am presenting to you. Shukadeva Goswami is saying, Yogina, my father Vyasadeva, my Nanaji, my grandfather, my mother's side, Parashar, and all the rishis that could see the past, present, and future. It's an English translation. English translation. Yeah. If you want to speak to somebody, don't say negative, say positive. Saying positive, the conclusion will come if a person understands. Sometimes I speak Brahmaji manifest two daughters, Sumati and Kumati. They came to Brahmaji and said, which daughter do you like the best? Brahmaji said, if I say one, then the other won't be upset. If I say the other one will be upset. The father Brahma said, you are both dear to me. All what you have cooked, nice. You cooked nicely. If I say, oh, this is not nice, you become upset. I've worked so hard, 3 hours, I'm cooking. In Maharaj, you say it's not good. And then, in the same way, Brahmaji said to the daughters, please give a conclusion. Brahma said, just if you walk a little bit, then I will know. And walk a little bit and then walk back. Then I will know who is my favorite. Sumati came and walked away, coming and going like this. Then Brahma said, Kumati, now you walk a little bit forward and walk back. Oh Father, give this conclusion. Brahmaji said, Sumati, when you come, you are so very nice. And Kumati said, so when you walk away, then that is also very nice. Kumati, when you walk away, it's very nice. It's saying this negative in a positive way. When the recital of the Srimad Bhagavatam is so wonderful that Shukadeva Maharaj recited to Parikshit. Parikshit Maharaj also asked,
ये ब्राह्मण आपकी बात
Oh Brahman,
मेरे पितामह
my father
रूपी महान
in the battlefield of Kurukshetra,
अथाह समुद्र के भांति
like the great ocean
बड़े बड़े योद्धाओं को विराज
of warriors were present. My father, grandfather, sorry, my grandfather, Arjun, oh, me,
मेरे पितामह अर्जुन
my grandfather, Arjun,
ऐसे बड़े बड़े योद्धा जो तिमिंगल के भांति
like the Timingler fish, were great warriors
जैसे भीष्म पितामह
in challenging Bhishma Pitama, Karna, Jayadratha
ऐसे बड़े बड़े योद्धा लोग विराजमान थे
were present there, like great Timingler fish. Even please recite to me what they did. And hearing this, Shukdev Goswami became very pleased. Oh Parikshit Maharaj, your grandfather Arjun, how he defeated Jayadratha, how he defeated, who had the benediction of dying when he chose. Until he remains the commander, you cannot defeat him. It's such great warriors. How Arjun, his grandfather, defeated these great warriors. Please explain to me, tell me. And Dronacharya, Ashwatthama, was explained. Ashwatthama was not an ordinary person who had the benediction, who has the benediction of living for 4 yugas. Even till today, he is still present. How he defeated Ashwatthama, we should hear. And great kings, recital of the pastimes of great kings. Their great character, nature. I explained, Shukadeva Goswami said that in this Srimad Bhagavatam, you will find so much in there according to your taste. But the essence of all Katha, how will we attain this transcendental love? Our goal is not knowledge or renunciation, but to attain this prema bhakti, transcendental love. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, in the third slok, Dharma Parijata Kaitavat. This Srimad Bhagavatam, there's no duplicitous teachings in the Srimad Bhagavatam. What is the most duplicitous teaching? Where there is no talk of prema bhakti, all that which is duplicitous is that teaching which teaches us to attain mukti, liberation, because the natural propensity of the living entity is to serve Krishna. And that one who wants to merge into Brahma, this is called the most duplicitous teachings. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada, fearless. It's written in Bhagavata and Chaitanya, Chaitamrita. If you have this slight desire for this mukti, Even the slightest desire for mukti, the smell of Disha, for mukti, then Bhakti Devi will not manifest. Rupa Goswami is clearly Raghunath Das Goswami has said, to translate. Shuddha Bhakti will not manifest. Rupa Goswami wrote one shloka. In Manashiksha, Raghunath Das Goswami has written a parallel shloka. Having this desire for pratishtha, then a name, fame, and reputation, this bhakti will not manifest in your heart. Everything will come by practicing bhakti. Wealth, name, fortune, artha, kam, moksha. And these are the words of scriptures. By practicing pure devotional service, everything will come. Mukti, mukti, they will follow behind you like servants, like a queen when she comes. The maids come with her, and they will come to serve bhakti. These very beautiful conceptions are given in the third verse of Srimad Bhagavatam. In this Srimad Bhagavatam, second shloka, Nigam, fourth shloka, Nigam, Bhavuka. In this third shloka, such Srimad Bhagavatam is the ripened fruit of the Vedic tree of knowledge. It's ripened fruit, tasty. There is no kernel, nut inside this fruit. There's no skin on this fruit, and it's full of rus. Only rus. Very beautiful. And how it is ripened, and how it's been touched by the lips of the parrot and become even sweeter. That how is it come? By the hands of Guru Parampara, handed down from one hand to another. And who is tasting this Srimad Bhagavatam? Bhavuk, two qualities of Rasik and Bhavuk persons. One who is able to relish the sweet mellows and full of emotions, and these two blessings are given. Dhimahi, the Pujapad Ramchandra Prabhu has explained yesterday and today. Param Dhimahi. What is our goal? What is our goal? Parameshwar, Supreme Personality of Godhead, the personification of the embodiment of truth. In other Puranas, as Vyasadeva has explained about the demigods and demigoddesses, but Srimad Bhagavatam is not explaining any worship of demigods or demigoddesses. In some places, Ganesh has been glorified or explained. This Srimad Bhagavatam is such that there is no descriptions of demigods or demigoddesses. In this first shloka, Dhimahi,
वो सत्य, प्राण सत्य, एक सत्य होता है।
There's truth, and there's the absolute truth, Supreme Personality of Godhead. Oh, Rasamai Bhagavan, Rajendra Nandan Shyam Sundar, who is manifest in the form of his divine transcendental words of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Uddhav and others, great personalities, full of knowledge and rasik, able to relish the sweet mellows in the Srimad Bhagavatam. And this, the Srimad Bhagavatam is a book for PhD graduate students, postgraduate students of bhakti, and it's in there is described about Srimati Radhika's divine love. And some say even Srimati Radhika's name is not in this book. But our acharyas have said in Srimad Bhagavatam is Srimati Radhika's descriptions. It's the embodiment of transcendental love, blessing, nirdesh, to satisfy others. Vastu Bhagwan Swayam. But considering ras vichar, nirdesh, what is the meaning of nirdesh? Where paying our obeisances to this Srimad Bhagavatam.
Main subject.
Vastu Nidesh, Ashirvad, Namaskar. This very beautiful Srimad Bhagavatam, very after a little kirtan, a little bit arti, according to this Kartik Mas, and Pujabhat Padmanabh Maharaj, I request if you can speak a few words, it would be very nice.
बोलो श्री भागवत पुराण की
जय,
पूज्य पाद भक्तिवेदांत सुमत महाराज की
जय,
कार्तिक मास की
जय,
व्रत की
जय,
राधा प्यारी जी
जय।
तो सबसे पहले परमानंद गुरुदेव श्री भक्ति नारायण गोस्वामी महाराज जी के चरणारविंदों में अंत को भी
Pass this back to one of the girls.